What's up, everyone? Welcome down to another episode of The Vault. What's going on, Walt?
Hey, it's holiday time. Happy
Holiday
holidays,
time,
everybody.
And this was kind of a gift for us. We didn't even have to pay to see this.
It was a
we
great
don't pay
gift.
to see movies anyway. Anyway, we're doing a movie review today, obviously. For all of you that like it or not, too fucking bad. We like to do them. This one was a good one, though. I watched it. I downloaded it on my iPad and watched it on the way to Mexico when we played Force Fest last week.
And you almost had to. It was a
during the riots.
long movie, right? 3.5 hours?
3 hours and 40 minutes. What I'm talking about is the movie The Irishman, which I would say, if you guys like The Godfather, Goodfellas, shit like that, this is right in vein. Watch a clip of this right now.
Frank Sheeran. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, you said it right.
Under the contract, management can only fire a driver on very specific charges. So, you ever show up late?
No.
Do you have any moving violations?
No.
Do you drink on the job?
No.
You ever hit anybody?
On a job?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right, then. We don't have nothing to worry about.
But now I'm a man.
I want you to meet my cousin, Russell Buffalino.
How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
It was like the army. You followed orders. You did the right thing. You got rewarded.
I'm a man.
A friend of ours is having a little trouble. Friend at the top.
Back then, there was nobody in this country who didn't know who Jimmy Hoffa was.
Get the gun out of his hand!
You always charge a guy with a gun. With a knife, you run away. So you charge with a gun, with a knife, you run.
I'm a man.
Hi, Frank. Would you like to be a part of history?
Yes, I would.
Big business and the government are working together, trying to pull us apart. Something's got to be done.
What else you say? Now's not the time to not say.
I'm a natural born lover.
We're going to war with these people.
I'm a man.
War.
Things have gotten out of hand with our friend.
You gotta sit down, everybody says so.
No, I'm not sitting down. I can't do it.
It's what it is.
What it is.
I know things they don't know I know. It's gonna happen. Either way, he's going.
I don't care whether you did it or not. That makes no difference to me.
Yeah, I know.
I'm here to defend you, right?
Right. What do you want to know? You want to know if I did it or not?
I don't think it pays it as much justice as it does. I was riveted the whole time. I like the story. Our fearless producer Wayne is one that did not like the movie.
And we'll
Thought the
talk
acting-
about that because
thought
there
the
are
acting was
something
good
there.
but not like, over the top, and I thought it was a good story. It pretty much follows, if anybody knows about Jimmy
a
Hoffa,
biography.
he's the interesting.
It's a
he's
drama,
the
and it's a
inventor
crime story.
Of the Teamsters Union, so basically follows him and one other guy. And
it was rated R.
And let's say this:
That's killer
De
when it
Niro's
is.
in the whole movie. Don't you think that he's like almost in every scene? And then older and younger, and the computer generated it to make them look younger. And
That was
you can't even tell.
really great how they did that. So you get the whole story of their lives, and we won't give away anything.
But it jumps back and forth. It's one of those types of gangster movies that are, in present, then it keeps going back, and then it comes back and forth. And like
it's
you
taken
said,
from
3
the
hours.
book where this guy actually played the part of a hitman in the mob and was connected to the union, which was run by Jimmy Hoffa, the Teamsters Union, very famous. And, of course, everybody knows they've never found Jimmy Hoffa, right?
Nope. There's still them stickers. I remember in the 70s.
Is he in cement
This is,
somewhere
"Where's
in a
Jimmy?"
building or something?
Either cement or they did incinerate him. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that was-
You never know.
yeah.
Easy to get away. But anyway, this movie has a ton of the classic gangster cast. And like you were saying before we started the camera, this is like the end for these guys. You know what I mean? It's like
De Niro 76, Pacino 79, Scorsese 77, and Joe Pesci is 76. And he came out of retirement to do this movie. So
I didn't even know he was retired, but I loved what he did in this movie. It was great.
I think they're playing the most comfortable part that they've in cinema and
I think
cinematography
it was
history.
so natural. Each of the roles that each of them played was
played
really
good.
natural. I mean, all the way down. And they have every gangster. They have a couple of guys from Boardwalk Empire that are in here.
That's right. Bobby Cannonvale. He played Skinny Razor.
Yeah.
And Stephen Graham, who was Tony
love
Pro,
Stephen Graham.
and he played a great part.
Yeah,
a little short
he
gangster.
was Tommy in Snatch. I love that. I love them. He's actually an English actor who does an American accent really well.
It had your True Blood girl in it too.
Yeah, Sookie was in there. That's kind of Anna Paquin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was in there. She plays the daughter,
the older version.
Yep, and I felt that it's hard for me to watch a 3-hour and 40-minute movie
unless it's good.
Unless it's good.
Then you want it to go
or
on.
unless you're stuck on an airplane on your way to Mexico and you got nothing else to do. So, but I mean, I didn't finish it when we had to land. I mean, we landed and I still had 20 minutes left, and I got off the plane running it. Well, got into the hotel room and watched the rest of it right there because I wanted to see.
I did it
how it ended
in really 2 parts, but I had a half hour left, and I came right home from work after watching an hour and a half, and then finished it. I had to finish it.
Now, you guys who love like The Godfather, Valachi Papers, Goodfellas,
Once Upon a Time in
Sopranos,
America,
so, yeah, Mean Streets. You know, because Harvey Keitel's
Departed.
in this too, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, like, again, they have a ton of old school gangsters
A-list
that are
actors,
A-lists that are all in this. Ray Romano plays a great part. You know,
Bill Bellafino.
really done well, I thought. But like you said, Walt, there was some people that just didn't.
You know what they didn't? I think people seen this formula before, and it's nothing new if you watch Goodfellas. But you see, I look at it like you get more of it because we want to see them in these parts, and we like the stories. This is a real story here. So I liked it, and a lot of people will say, hey, it's been done before, they've done it before, but they do it well. What other actors are going to come in there and
it's kind of like if you wish that your favorite actors would come back together one time and do something, I think this is, come
They're
on.
Closing on
Pacino's,
80. They're lucky to be alive, some of these guys.
Pacino's played the most famous gangsters in movie history, from Scarface to Michael Corleone, and it's just to put him in this.
Martin Scorsese brought these guys in, and I think a lot had to do with De Niro and Pacino to work them together with the same director. That's another big piece of that.
And if you notice that De Niro produced it right along with Scorsese, right along with him.
Well, these guys ain't hurting for money, right?
I'm not saying they are.
They got hundreds of millions.
Again, why they did this so well. I mean, and they what's great is they know what they are. They're not trying to hide from, oh, well, I did gangster movies already. I'm going to go do something. Because if you think about it, Pacino's been nominated a million times, but what did he win for? A Scent of a Woman, which wasn't even a gangster. He played like a colonel or something in that. So for all that he'd been nominated for, he never really got any kudos.
And De Niro's only got 2.
Now there's this
Oscars.
is a theatrical release. So does that mean it's eligible for Academy Award? Because
that's what Wayne says. He brought up a great point that you can't get nominated unless it's in some kind of a theatrical release for so many weeks or whatever. So it was a limited release, but Netflix funded this so that people could come to Netflix and watch this, because this is, for me, another one of these great classics that falls right next to The Godfather, Goodfellas, and I loved it.
Like you said, it's how many more are you going to ever see these guys all together in the same flick?
I don't think so.
You're not gonna.
Right.
You're just not gonna.
And who wants to see De Niro or Joe Pesci in comedies, which they pulled off? But
they're fine in those, but this is
this is actors.
This is what they're doing.
This is a drama.
This is
come on.
Good.
If
good
you
drama.
like,
they all play the parts. I mean, I think that Pacino plays Jimmy Hoffa really, really well. And all of them. You got to check this out.
And the period piece was done perfectly, right? We had the 60s.
Oh, I think so. And they used the cars and everything was perfect all the way down. The dress, everything. The costumes were perfect.
If you like gangsters, and you like people getting whacked,
these are the OGs too. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I love that whole term. I hear you paint walls. I love that. You paint houses. I love that. Yeah.
Right. And then Frank Sheeran says, "Yes, I do."
I love that. So hey, you guys, leave me comments and
We
share
really
this.
liked it. I mean,
we dug this, even though our producer Wayne didn't. So we're against him
I think
right
he's
now.
expecting too much. Maybe people expect more.
Boo, boo.
Yeah. But-
He said he didn't know what he was doing watching this. It's like, why
said
am
it
I
was
watching
rated
this?
way down
Why
low
are
in
you
a
watching
gangster
this?
movie
Because you
list.
produce a show that's going to review this. That's why you're watching it, pal. That is the whole reason why.
But, you know, I rate this right in the top 5 gangster movies all the time. I mean, for me.
For me, it was great. I mean, it's
I
all
love these
right
kind
up
of
there
movies.
in the realm of
Yeah.
you know.
If you like Casino and all these
sure,
other ones,
exactly.
this falls right in there, the top 10 at least,
Scott.
for me. And I think for most people out there, because right now it's getting 8.3 rating out of 10.
That's a good rating.
It was made for $159 million. Probably most of it going
With
to these
salary.
guys paying the salaries.
Had to be salaries, but also, I mean, the cars and everything was cool. I mean, I just that's just.
It was
gotta be
made from a
expensive.
book again by Charles Brandt, and you said that it was Scorsese and De Niro produced it, and man, go see it. I know
You got
probably already
Netflix.
have.
Yeah, if you haven't, go just punch it up on Netflix. You can watch it in 2 intervals if you have to.
I thought
or
so,
3
too.
maybe, but I mean it's riveting. It's
When you have a good movie, you don't want it to end. That's the whole thing. If you're just sitting through a long movie and you're not happy with it, then you get fidgety and this and that, and you wonder when it's going to end. This one, you don't get that.
Let us know what you guys thought of this. And
Yeah, really.
I'm sure most of you
I'll be
metalheads are
reading. I want to
gangsters.
hear that.
And obviously subscribe to our channel. Anything else on this one, Walt?
That's it.
Go see The Irishman. And we'll see you in the vault with Walt real soon.
Know what I'm saying?
And Negative Wayne.